It's an amazing feeling. I grew up the same way that the fans grew with these characters, you know, and they invested their time, their energy, and their heart into Iron Man when they first came out, and then 10 years later, they're all grown up and they're, you know, finally going to be watching this movie. I feel the same way when I first started at Marvel, you know, over 10 years ago. First time I sat in the room and I watched Iron Man for the first time, it blew me away, and I knew that it was something special and that I wanted to be a part of this company for a very long time and tell these stories. And here I am. I'm standing right here, you know, being a part of the biggest movie Marvel has ever done. So, wow. It was without spoiling anything. It was a feeling of I cannot wait for the audience to watch this. That was literally watching, and I was like, can we release it now? It was that feeling.
And if you had the gems of the Infinity, what will you do?
You know what? I think I was asked earlier. I think there's a lot of power in holding all 6 Infinity Stones, and I kind of don't want to be able to have that power. It is a little too much. Thanos, I know, would love to, you know, have it and keep it in that way where I, on the other hand, would feel like it's way too much power to have one person hold. So I'd rather just, you know, you handle it and you take care of it. Yeah.
Gosh, you know, I think that I hope that this movie is cathartic for people. I think the last film, Infinity War, was so shocking. I mean, it was certainly I mean, when the Russos and Kevin Feige pitched me the idea of the snap, I was like, whoa, that's brave. And like, where do you go from there? You know, it's just, I couldn't imagine how, the Russos always say they like to write themselves into a corner and then like figure out how they're going to work their way out of it, which is so cool. And so I hope that this movie is surprising for people. I think it really will be. And yeah, I'm hoping that people like have all their feelings. You know, it's so many feelings and it's awesome. Like, it's so exciting to be a part of something that people are so pumped for. And I think we'll deliver pretty big. I think I'm going to be really pumped. Probably, hopefully, bittersweet satisfaction. That's like what I'm hoping everybody feels. That's the kind of feeling I love to be left with when I see a movie, is that kind of ennui, that sort of like in-between feeling where you like maybe want more something else, but like it is the way that it is and it has to be that way kind of feeling. And you're like, oh, yeah, that's what I hope for. Oh gosh, you know, I've had so many awesome fight sequences and great scenes. You know, it's hard to pick one, but I really love this character's relationship with the Hawkeye character. I think it's just deep, and there's a deep understanding and a love and this kind of just is a true friendship there that I think you can feel on screen. And it's really important because these two characters are characters that have this kind of crazy, obviously like nomadic, weird life where you're like, how could they be intimate with anybody, like have an intimate friendship or an intimate relationship with anybody? They're so, you know, they're so complicated, and yet they see this like-mindedness and a likeness in one another and have just forged this really deep friendship. So I think all this work that I've done with Jeremy Renner, he's such a beautiful actor, has really been one of my great pleasures making these movies, for sure.
I mean, they're clutching at straws at this point because they haven't seen much, but just from the trailer that was released recently, you know, Thor and Captain Marvel have a brief interaction, so immediately people saying, oh, there's a relationship, but I don't really think that we have time for a love story in this particular film. Yeah, so maybe laugh.